Hi everyone, Vickie here, Rock and Roll Prophetess. Thanks for joining me for the March of 2017 Taroscope with Animal Totem reading, free readings for YouTube. As always, we're going to use my deck, the Rock and Roll Tarot deck, for the tarot readings. Then we're going to pull one card from the Beast Mistress Oracle cards, also my deck, for each sign of the zodiac. Check out my site. You can find out how to get the decks and the books. If you're into love readings, and this month I'm going to be on Vimeo. I do Vimeo love readings specifically every month. For March, I am using the Hanson Roberts deck, which many of you remember used to be my main deck that I always use in the videos, and I know a lot of you, this was a favorite deck. And where people didn't like it when it went away, some didn't. But I'm using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck all the time. I use a smaller deck on there because I lay out a lot of cards for those love readings, and I give it, I give it a lot of, it's from two perspective, and it's a lot more, I need a lot more space and a lot more room. It's $2 and some change. Head over to Vimeo. In the meantime, we're going to do the March free readings on YouTube are coming up next after a brief message on how my readings work. If you know how my readings work, go ahead and skip ahead. I look forward to doing your reading for March. First of all, I want you to take time to gaze upon each card. There are messages in the image and text. Pause the video if you have to, because the words will shift and change to reveal a message that is just for you. This is Empowerment Tarot. I'm not here to tell you how to lead your life, and no one should. Trust your own intuition and allow your guides and angels to speak directly to you. If this reading does not resonate with you, be sure to check your rising and moon sign for further insights and illuminations. Finally, as to the court cards, which represent the people in the spread. Because this is a general reading for so many people, the court cards will not be gender specific. So even though I may refer to a queen as a female, as she is represented on the card, it really could be anybody in these general readings. So now without further ado, on to... Hi Capricorn, thanks for joining me for March of 2017's Taroscope with Animal Totem reading for Capricorn. Oh, I guess a few of these wanted to come out. I guess we'll put them how they go, how they flipped. They flipped out, baby. Wow, look at that. Okay, what else is going on for Capricorns for March of 2017? Let me get this out and I'll tell you what I was hearing. This one more wants to come. Alright, I was hearing January of 2016, so not sure why. Check that out, if that means, that may have some bearing on this reading or what's going on here. Now that last card wanted to come out, and that's a falling out. They're going through changes. You've got enormous opportunities for you guys this month. Look at these cards. You have the World, you have the Sun, and you have the Wheel. I think these would probably, I would categorize these as the top 3 cards in the deck. The best 3 cards in the deck, and you've got all 3 of them. So that is really sweet. You've got 2 aces. You've got the Ace of Rods upright and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Well, let's go up here first. It's saying that you have a dream. You're visualizing you have a dream. There's something you really want to do. But there's a stalemate. This card indicates you keep getting, coming up against a brick wall or not able to move forward. Ace of Pentacles in reverse says money's probably a part of it. Maybe you want to do this, but it takes money to make money. You need to implement the, there's not enough money to go around, or you can't get the loan, you can't get the investor. Maybe it's some new job you wanted and you didn't get it, So there was a disappointment or a blockage, and it was because the money didn't come through, or it wasn't enough, or it wasn't as much, okay? That's coming to an end. This is the struggle. This is the struggle that you've been involved in. That's what this is and that is. In reverse, it says it's ending. It's coming to an end. And boy, is it coming to an end in a big way with the World here. Here's another thing I want to tell you. You got to tend to your vibrations, because there's some people around you that like to sprawl around in the mud and like to struggle and like to gossip and like to hang around in those lower vibrations. And I think that you're going to be breaking away from them. And I think that's not to blame and point a finger, well, it's their fault, because they have low vibrations. That's why my life sucks. But you are what you associate with. You know, if you interact a lot, because this feels like a lot of gossip. A lot of gossip and spitefulness and competition, and just as definitely competition and jealousy. And, well, here's another way to look at it. I think this success could piss a lot of people off for you guys. It probably could. Like, oh, well, who does she think who they think they are? Oh, Miss High and Mighty over there. Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's the kind of, that's the kind of energy I get off of this, and I don't like it, right? So, if you find yourself in that situation or in that kind of group of people, in this lower vibration, it's time to spark a new thing here. If you're not, you need to make some kind of an effort. This Ace of Rods tells us that this isn't going to fall from the sky, although I think when it comes, it's coming in such a big way. You do have to reach out. You do have to initiate. And this also talks about, this can be the card for the vernal equinox, the spring equinox, which occurs on March 20th, by the way. And it's the first sign of the zodiac. It's the new cycle. Wheel is a cycle, too. The sun, when the sun moves into Aries, the sun moves into Aries, or the sun makes its new start around the zodiac, lots could be really happening for you. The sun is shining, glowing, emanating, happiness, joy, over the top, over the roof, happy. And that's what you got to do. You got to emanate this higher vibration out in order to attract this world, or in order to propel yourself up into this energy field is really what it is, where you can choose, where you're floating above the world, where you have the choice of everything that you want. That number 21 is really standing out to me too on that. So, the equinox is on the 20th, but maybe the 21st might even be a day, key day. It's one day after the 20th. And things are going to come full circle, I want to say. I just happen to notice that these are all circular shapes here. And it's telling me like that things are going to come full circle for you. And, the sun is the most happy and the most joy you can be. Wheel of Fortune is saying it is your destiny, but also I use this phrase a lot, but it's be bold and mighty forces will come to your aid. You're going to do this, step this foot on this new path, and it's going to show up. And it's going to show up in a big way, and it's going to show up quickly. I mean, it feels like it's just like this. There may be some people you have to leave behind, but, it's not, do you want to move to the next level, or do you not? And it's not like saying, oh, now I'm at the next level, and I can't associate with you peasants anymore. It's not like that at all, You can share till you're blue in the face with people and try to get them to see and come along and see how good things can be. But if they want to stay stuck in the muck, they're going to stay stuck in the muck. And I do feel like you're going to experience a little backlash. You're going to experience a little jealousy. There's going to be people who are yakking, being like catty. And maybe don't want to hang out with you anymore. And if that's their attitude, then they were never really a good friend in the first place. They weren't, they're not. Friendships should be mutually supportive, You'll meet new people if that's the case. Or maybe it's even your old job. Maybe you got to leave this old job. Maybe you didn't get your raise or your year-end bonus or whatever. It's just like, I'm leaving this job. I'm going to start a new job. And bam, this beautiful job falls right into your lap here. Because I think it's just right there for the pickings. It's just right there. But you got to, if you're just staying here putting up with this shit, you'll never find it, You got to reach out and take action towards picking that. I'm seeing like picking that, like a big apple, like a fruit from the tree. Okay, because these circles are really standing out to me too. Okay, we've done that. I was going to move over to the animal totem. Let me do your animal totem, Capricorn. Fox. Okay, fox. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see. Sly, sexy, charming, shapeshifter, elevated sense of smell, acute hearing, mediumship, camouflage, retreat, insulate, survive. Keep to yourself until you know who to trust. Well, that part of it really resonates with me because of these cards here. Yeah, I wouldn't go telling everybody, well, I'm starting to look for another job, or I heard that these are hiring, or I'm going in a different direction. I wouldn't tell anybody. I'd just do it. You know, just start doing it. Feelers. Start sending out feelers. Because I feel like you just do it and it comes bam. It's not like it's this whole thing. And they're telling you to shoot higher, shoot for the moon. I think some of these things that maybe you have been looking for a job and got turned down, or there definitely seems to be some disappointment over here, or some rejection slips or something like that, you know, from your submissions. You got to shoot higher. You got to aim higher. That's what they're telling me. Because this just turned in like a bow and an arrow. Well, that could be also. Think about that. And if any symbolism of your own comes to you, think of it. But I was thinking, immediately I went to astrology of Sagittarius time. This could have been something that went down back in Sagittarius time, which would have been, you know, late November to late December. The reason that you didn't get these jobs is because it was kind of a dead end, or it wasn't going to take you where you needed to go. You have an opportunity. Don't look at this as a failure. Look at it as an opportunity to align with this kind of stuff, which is what you want to align with. And I do feel like some of the people that many of you are associating with are naysayers, or sometimes this is even your own family. You know, and then the family, of course, you can't really get rid of them, but I'm not saying get rid of them. That wasn't the right words, but you know what I mean. It's you can't always detach from them. You know, you have to see your family usually, but you can just not listen to them. You know, you don't have to listen to what they say. Because I think there's people too that, you know, are just naysayers in general. They're not vengeful necessarily. They have a limited scope of perception and belief. And you're on the brink of expanding your perception and belief and widening your scope beyond anything ever with this here, okay? Okay, Caps. Hey, thanks for all your support, everybody. Check out my website up in the corner or below. There you can find about my decks. These are both my own decks, and I do books. And these coloring books are not just coloring books. They're workbooks for spiritual growth, but have coloring in them too. Tarot books. I got all sorts of stuff. You can find out about how to get readings. If you want a love reading specifically, I do offer lots of love readings for only $2 and some change over on Vimeo. This month I am using the Hanson Roberts, which I know is a big favorite to a lot of you. You always liked it when I used it. I used to use it on my YouTube. So if you like that deck or want to get a love reading, head over to Vimeo. If you didn't get your message here, be sure to check your rising and moon. Thank you for all your support, for subscribing and liking and sharing and donating and purchasing my wares to help keep these readings free each and every month on YouTube. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of March, and I'll speak to you soon.